Hello YouTube, this is Tim, also known as Man in My Shadow. This is my introduction video. I tell you a little bit about myself. I started a blog about 3 months ago, maninmyshadow.com. It is kind of where I put my foot down. I, much like a lot of you guys, have struggled with weight. I've gone back and forth on different diets, and I've lost weight and gained more weight back, and just kind of flip-flopped. And finally I got to the point where I made the decision that enough's enough. I love my life, I love my wife, I love everything I do nowadays, and I don't want my health to keep getting in my way. So I decided to start losing weight. So I started writing a blog, which is something I never thought I would do. My friend Brandy over at dysfunctionalsupermom.com is really the one that kind of got me into writing a blog, and I am by no means Shakespeare at all. But I decided I'd go ahead and do it. I wanted to have something to kind of journal my journey. Journal my journey, does that make sense? Yeah. To keep track of everything, to know where I've been, so I can kind of look back and say, hey, this is how far I've come. So I started writing that. And then, of course, I'm on Facebook. I ended up creating my own Facebook page. Tim Man in My Shadow, I think, is what it was, because they made me have a first name. And my friend Healthy in New York, who is actually a real life friend of mine, she put me on to a blog by Losing It with Rebecca. And it was the one that she did called I Had a Lap Band, Not a Lobotomy, where she talks about I didn't ask for easy, I asked for possible. Let me back up. Started losing weight with the blog. I decided that I'm going to go ahead and have the lap band surgery. Went to the pre-op meeting, or to the kind of seminar that they had with Dr. Baptista, which is a doctor here in Jacksonville I've decided to go with. And of course my insurance doesn't cover it, so I am a self-pay, which is fine. So right now, because I can't pay today, I am working on the means to be able to do that. I decided I was going to go ahead and start losing weight. So back to what I was saying with watching Losing Rebecca's video about I asked for easy, or I asked for possible, not easy. I'd never seen a video blog on weight loss on somebody who's had the lap band, and I got sucked in. I went from watching a couple of Rebecca's videos. I saw a link for Banded Wendy, which I think everybody in the weight loss community probably knows. So I started watching some of Banded Wendy's stuff, went back to the beginning of hers, watched some of her videos. Got turned on to Miss Fantastic, Casey Quinn. I mean, we could go through all the names. I mean, I've really kind of gotten into stalking all you guys on Facebook or on YouTube. So I wanted to start doing this because there's a couple things I saw with the videos that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed being able to see the progression, not only of the weight loss, but of the way the mentality's changed, the way that the way the person carried themselves changed, that kind of stuff. I've always been a kind of an upbeat kind of person. I really haven't let the fact that I weighed 400 pounds at one point really get me down. I actually kind of pointed out the big elephant in the room and decided that that would be kind of my moniker. I was the fat guy. I was the big guy in the room, and I pointed it out before other people did. That way it was kind of a defense mechanism, I guess. So I decided I wanted to do this. I wanted to kind of have more than just a written blog, more than just a couple of pictures, because you can see a whole lot more in video that you can't see in pictures. You can't see the way that something's impacting you. Written, it's really easy for me to kind of, make it so it doesn't have people all worried. My family reads my blog. I don't want to think I'm going out and going to slice my wrist next week because I'm depressed about weight loss or whatever. So I've decided to do this. A couple things you probably are going to want to know about me. Politically correct is not really a word that's ever been used for me. I don't consider myself let's see, what is it? Chubby, fluffy, big boned, any of those. I consider myself fat. I'm a fat guy. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I don't have chubby cells. I don't have big bone cells. I've got fat cells, and I've got a whole lot of fat cells. A lot less coming up soon. But anyways, I've got, in my opinion, I've got a great sense of humor. Some days my wife doesn't really think that I've got a great sense of humor, but I truly do have a great sense of humor in my mind. So, if either of those two things rubs you guys the wrong way, I'm sorry. Alt F4 will always solve the problem. If you ever see something in a video you don't like in mine, Alt F4 and it'll take care of it. Now, for those of you that Alt F4 it, I'm sorry. I just closed your window, but that's part of my humor. So, I'm a movie fan. I love movies. I used to work for Blockbuster. I like to quote movies. Princess Bride is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, so you will probably hear me say inconceivable a few times. So in my weight journey so far, my starting weight my highest weight was 397, and that was about a year ago. When I started this journey on February 13th of 2011, my weight was 384.8. Since doing basic diet modifications, starting to do a little bit of walking, starting to kind of curtail my eating habits to what will probably end up being my post-lap band diet. I have gotten down to, as of last Sunday, April 24th, I was down to 349 pounds, which is a total loss of 35.8. And I don't want to repeat what Healthy in New York had to say, but I did that all on my own. And I get a lot of people ask me, well, then if you can do that all on your own, why are you going to do the lap band? The bottom line is that I know that someday, just like every other diet, I'm going to want to go off of this. And I need something that's going to help me along the way. I know the band is not going to do it for me. I've listened to enough videos that will tell me that band will let me eat ice cream every day of the week, will let me eat cookies every day of the week. But it's something that will, if I listen to it and if I work with it, it will put me in the right direction and it will help me to continue on the path of losing weight. Target weight, I don't have a target weight. I know I want to get to Tuville. I don't know that I'll ever get to Wonderland. Rebecca, congratulations on Wonderland. I don't know that I'll ever get there, but we'll see when we get down there. It's hard at 300 and some pounds to really imagine what I would be like at 190 pounds. So I'll wait till I get closer. When I get somewhere in 220 range, I'll have a better idea of what's realistic and what's a realistic weight. I'll work with my doctor and figure out what's going on. So anyways, that's me. Hopefully I'll have more videos here soon. I'm going to continue doing my written blog. I think it's kind of therapeutic for me to write out some of that stuff. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to do this. Keep up on Facebook. So you're welcome to subscribe. I don't guarantee how many videos I'll do a week. It's just whenever the spirit catches me. So as a side note, the reason I'm able to do this now, and I've actually told a couple people that I couldn't do a blog because I didn't have a camera. I have got a webcam and it doesn't really work with my computer because it's a really old webcam and it's really new software. But when I hit 350, that was kind of my first goal. So I hit 350 and I really kind of wanted to get something as a reward for me for hitting 350. So even though I'm in the midst of buying a house and can't really spend a lot of money, my wife and I talked about it and we decided to go ahead and get the camera. So I have a new flip camera that I'm going to be doing all my video on. So that's it for today. Hopefully, I weigh in tomorrow. I think I've lost a couple pounds, but we'll see tomorrow. My goal for the beginning of June is to be down another 24 pounds, so down to 325. So we'll see about hitting that. I'm having trouble with my hip right now, but I'm still doing some walking and getting out there and doing some moving. So hopefully my hip's gonna feel better in the next couple days, and I'll get back to doing some more heavy duty walking. So that's me. I'll talk to you guys later.